जब जब औरत का बलात्कार होता है, चीख मेरी निकलती है, तड़पती रूह उसकी सुलगती है और चिता मेरी जलती है।
बलात्कार क्या है? उसके जमीर को इतनी बड़ी ठेस पहुंचानी उसकी मर्जी के बिना।
Every night where I would just cry and cry and cry. I stopped even sleeping in my sister's bedrooms because I would just not sleep. I would just cry and keep the sheets over my head because I felt like that was a safe space. That's how I used to sleep when, not sleep, but that's how I would hope that he would not come, because I would sleep, like an ostrich buries its head in the sand because they don't want to be seen. That's what it was like. You don't know whether you can hate someone who is like a brother to you. I mean, there since I was 2, about a year and a half, 2 years old. And he was only 19 when my parents brought him into the house. And he would help in the house. He traveled with us, came on holidays with us, was literally like a son to them. So it was a very weird situation. He came from behind the sofa when I was 9. He touched me and I turned around and I saw this look in his eyes, and that look was actually, I mean, I don't think I'll ever forget that look, because that look was one of really like a maniac or really devilish. I was on my face on my bed, and this is a very clear feeling, a very scary feeling, that I'm lying face down on my bed. Somebody is on top of me from behind and like my face is smothered like in a pillow. And this was such a scary feeling, and when this happened, like I completely panicked. And this kind of thing I don't think you can imagine. I don't know, I've never really figured out if maybe the pain was so much because when you're so young, even the physical pain, maybe it was so much that I literally blacked out.
जब किसी औरत की मौत होती है, मर्डर होता है, तो एक बार मरती है, लेकिन जब किसी का रेप होता है, बलात्कार होता है, तो वो बार-बार हर पल मरती है. She dies every moment.
रेप को यानी बलात्कार को मर्डर से ज़्यादा संगीन जुर्म मानती हूँ. बलात्कार की शिकार महिला सारी जिंदगी एक जिंदा लाश बनकर रहती है.
It's a life sentence for her. She carries this forever.
People would sort of make jokes about rape, the way that we are conditioned in society. A lot of the blame comes upon the victim.
अगर कोई महिला ये कहे कि मैं बलात्कार की शिकार हुई हूँ, तो बजाय उसके प्रति हमदर्दाना भाव उभरने के, बजाय उसके प्रति सहानुभूति रखने के, पहला भाव मन में ये उभरता है, ज़रूर यही दोषी होगी.
हमारी सोसाइटी जो है विक्टिम को और विक्टिमाइज करती है. उसके बाद फिर हमारे समाज का जो है रुख इतना नेगेटिव होता है कि उसको एक तरह का डबल जियोपार्डी हो जाती है, डबल पनिशमेंट हो जाती है, डबल एक तरह का विक्टिमाइजेशन उसका ये हो जाता है.
समाज की अपनी एक मानसिकता होती है, एक माइंडसेट होता है. उस माइंडसेट में किसी मर्द को, किसी पुरुष को अपराधी बताने के बजाय पहला दोष तो महिला के मत्थे मढ़ा जाता है.
मोस्टली समाज में औरत को ही माना जाता है गलत, आदमी को कभी कोई गलत नहीं ठहराता.
The societal hypocrisies, our double standards that we have makes her vulnerable.
समाज की मानसिकता में सहानुभूति की कमी, हमारे कानूनों का इतना कड़ा शिकंजा और हमारे ट्रायल्स की बेहुदगी, अगर इन तमाम चीज़ों को आप देखें तो एक रेप विक्टिम अपनी रिपोर्ट लिखाने के बाद तो ये समझिए कि पूरी ज़िंदगी उस यातना को बार बार झेलने पर मजबूर होती है.
She might be not able to stop crying, or she might be seeing nightmares, or she might be having what we call different post-trauma symptoms like hyper-alertness or withdrawal from people.
The common denominator between these is this feeling of guilt, is a feeling of extreme shame, and this overwhelming pain. for me it was survival a night at a time. I go to school, come back from school. I was very traumatized. Like in school, I didn't want to be there because I couldn't relate to the other children. I felt like I was growing up, you know, I had much larger issues than sort of the newest toy that they got or something like this. I could not relate at all. They thought I was really weird because, you know, they didn't understand what was wrong with this girl who's so quiet, who's so shy, who's so frightened of things. It ended when I was 11 and a half. That's a long time to be undergoing any kind of sexual abuse or rape or anything like that. Nobody understood me, and nobody understood me because I wasn't talking. The people closest to me in my life did not know who I was. You're like in a tunnel and there's no light and you feel like you can't breathe. Like I felt like my head was going to like split open, and you literally feel at that point like I am really better off not being here, because if I commit suicide, I'll be gone from this earth. It will hurt my family, but at least they don't have to know the truth. And I reached a very dark stage in my life. I plucked off all my eyebrows, all my eyelashes, and I looked like some kind of freak. It happens when I'm like unconsciously stressed. And I think that is really also just this thing that you believe you're ugly because you don't see yourself as being beautiful. You believe that, you know, whatever filthy things have been done to you are part of you. They have seeped into yourself, into your being, into your bloodstream. You know, they've really like infiltrated into you. And when you start to believe this, you start to manifest it and you start to reaffirm this belief of ugliness.
जब वो पुलिस में एफआईआर लिखाने जाती है तो बजाय इसके कि उसे उस एफआईआर लिखने वाले एसएचओ लिखने वाले इंस्पेक्टर की आंखों में कोई हमदर्दी मिले, जिस तरह के सवाल वो उससे पूछता है, हाँ हाँ हंसी करते हुए, ठट्ठा करते हुए,